very good afternoon to you and welcome to the news at 1 p.m. on NTA5 Abuja, the Unity Station. I am Norlene Ebel Ame with the news. The Joint Union Action Committee, JUAC, has called off its strike following the response of the FCT Minister, Muhammad Musa Bello, towards addressing the 17 demands on the implementation of the FCT Civil Service Commission. Chairman of JUAC, Matilukoro Korede, made this known while briefing the media on the outcome of the union's meeting with the management. Shuaibu Yakubu tells us more.
Briefing the media, Chairman of the Joint Union Action Committee, Matilukoro Korede, disclosed that the FCT Minister, Muhammad Musa Bello, has assured the union of the administration's commitment to implement the FCT Civil Service Commission already signed into law. Based on this and other resolutions reached with the management, the JUAC chairman says the union has decided to put on hold its planned indefinite strike after the expiration of the 3-day warning strike.
I bring good news to us that the 3 days warning strike that is supposed to metamorphosize into a full-blown strike gave the opportunity of the management quickly responding to some of the issues raised, and also it gave opportunity eventually for the management to call on the union and to sit with us to look at issues one by one. I am glad to say that the Honorable Minister himself, Malam Mohammed Musa Bello, was there to chair the meeting himself, and issues that is connected to our warning strike was taken one by one.
The union, however, expressed its readiness to closely work with the FCTA Permanent Secretary, Olushade Adeshola, towards achieving the implementation of the law. He further emphasized that the union will not hesitate to go back to the drawing board if the administration fails to implement the demands within the period promised. Shuaibu Yakubu, NTA News.
Former Supervisory Councillor of Works in the Amak Area Council, Suleiman Al-Hassan, has picked his nomination form, declaring his interest to run the chairmanship position. Serafina Okonumekwe reports that a total number of 7 aspirants are contesting for the Amak chairmanship position under the All Progressives Congress platform.
That was the mood of party supporters who converged at the FCT APC Secretariat to give solidarity to aspirants of their choice. The FCT's Publicity Secretary, Engineer Usman Adaji, advised the aspirants to shun politics of bitterness and work in harmony for better FCT. He also pledged APC's commitment towards ensuring free, fair and credible elections in the 6 area councils of the FCT.
I have a serious plan for the people of Abuja Municipal Area. If you ask every politician, he will ask you infrastructure, education, health, social amenities.
Suleiman Al-Hassan promised to abide by the rules of the party as he urged other aspirants to do same and avoid overheating the polity. The FCT Area Council elections is expected to hold between February and March in 2022. Serafina Okon-Umekwe, NTA News.
Chairman of Gwagwalada Area Council, Mustafa Adamudanze, says his administration will ensure the completion of critical, meaningful projects owing to the strategic importance of the area to the nation's capital. He stated this during a media assessment tour of the ongoing and completed projects in Gwagwalada Area Council. Rosemary Motileng Bilal reports.
The fulfillment of social contract obligation between leaders and the led is often regarded as the ideal way in governance. This exactly captures the situation at the moment in Gwagwalada Area Council, where the chairman is matching ways with action to deliver on his campaign promises.
People that say local government in Nigeria are not doing anything for the populace, we want to prove them wrong. From what you have seen today on ground, practically demonstrated by the little fund available to area council's administration, we're able to put a lot of smiles on people's face.
This media assessment tour of the completed and ongoing project was to bring to the fore the scorecard in some sectors of the present administration. These include the 0.8-kilometer road completed in Kutunku, Kabul, 12-kilometer ongoing in Paikon Ibwe Road, parkway under construction, as well as landscaping of Secretariat Road alongside street lights.
We are talking to the authority. You can see what we have done there. We have been able to put the covert to enable the community from this side to access the other side. And we are still pressing as the fund comes so that we can still do more.
Beneficiaries lauded the initiative.
We are here on behalf of the Secretariat people to thank the chairman for the job well done, for the roads he have just do for us.
They have linked this very road through the construction of this double cell culvert. And the work is on progress, it's ongoing. And we are very, very grateful, we are very happy.
All projects, which gobs about 3 billion naira, are expected to be completed before the end of the second tenure of the present administration of Gwagwalada Area Council in fulfillment of its promise to the people. Rosemary Molteleng Bilal, NTA News.
Agri-experts have brainstormed on possible ways to mitigate climate change on food production globally. This was at the flag-off of sensitization campaign tagged Climate Smart Agriculture at the Sapei's Palace, Usman Gakupi in Garki, Abuja. Deborah Gazaji-Maika reports.
The effects of the dynamics of climate change on agricultural production are enormous and sometimes could be devastating, resulting in destruction of crops.
Local, regional, national stakeholders in decision making, and I guess that is why we are all being called here from all the CDOM to come and listen here.
The aim of this is to make our rural populace, and indeed everyone, to be conscious of the fact of damaging effects of the environment.
Also, the need to end indiscriminate cutting down of trees as a source of energy was re-emphasized by stakeholders.
In the last year, we distributed clean cook stoves, at least to encourage them to use these stoves to reduce the number of quantity of firewood they use in cooking.
A positive step has to be taken to curtail the climate change because the ecosystem is seriously affected.
The meeting ended with the handing over of handbooks to the paramount ruler to further guide the farmers on climate-smart agriculture. Deborah Gazaji-Maika, NTA News.
The new commandant NDLEA-FCT, Mohammed Malanwe Sokoto, said the command in the last 3 weeks has made tremendous successes through arrest and seizure while sustaining the war against drug peddling in the nation's capital. He made the disclosure in an exclusive interview with correspondent Ilyaso Notiakubu.
The recently launched joint task operation against drug value chain by the FCT administration was a follow-up to the campaign against illicit drug production, distribution and consumption by the FCT command of the NDLEA. These efforts led to the seizure of a total of about 25,000 kilograms of assorted drugs ranging from cannabis and related products, as well as psychotropic substances such as tramadol, diaphragm and raffinol, amongst others weighing around 100 kilograms. All of this seizure, Commander Malami Sokoto disclosed, has a street value of about 18 million naira.
Some of these drugs have been seized in large quantities, especially on the expressway between Abuja and Gwagwalada Road. and some were seized from drug peddlers within the various flashpoints and black spots that are found within the FCT and within the entire environs.
The narcotics commander said the agency's rehabilitation system has helped tremendously in reintegrating users of these substances back to the mainstream of the society.
Some would have gone back to school, some have gone back to their lucrative businesses, and some have gone back to other walks of life.
Commander Sokoto said the drug peddlers are negative elements intent on destroying the larger populace and appealed to the people to support the agency to emerge victorious in the campaign. Iliasu Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
Participants at a 3-day ministerial Savicom unit capacity building workshop have resolved to play central roles in setting directions for their organizations in order to ensure service improvements. Odiri Obora Rutere reports that the 3-day workshop held at Agricultural Research Center Mabushi witnessed participants drawn from different ministries, departments and agencies within and outside the Federal Capital Territory.
The 3-day capacity building workshop organized by Savicom is to train heads of units as well as ministerial Savicom unit members. The capacity training, which comes up quarterly, is to broaden the knowledge of participants for effective service delivery. Resource persons took participants on Savicom and Nigerian public service, roles and responsibilities of Savicom units in MDAs, introduction to service charters, to mention but a few.
This is to build their capacity, to educate them about their roles and responsibilities, and then the strategies that we have, the tools, strategies and methods that we have available for them to take advantage of.
Some of the participants say they will return to their various organizations with excellent knowledge on service delivery.
This training has impacted so much in me that from here I got to know my role as a Savicom unit staff in my MDA.
It's broadened my knowledge and skills of Savicom initiative. It has also enabled me to develop service improvement, to develop competencies for leading change. I think I should be able to achieve service excellence in my workplace.
I have learned how to improve the methods of service improvement, because Savicom is all about service improvement and how it can get your customer satisfaction.
I've been reminded about my responsibility as a nodal officer or the officer in charge of Savicom in the Nigerian Immigration Service.
The workshop, which started on the 12th of April 2021, is to end on the 14th of April 2021. In Abuja, Odiri Ogboru Arutere, NTA News.
If you just joined us, this is the news at 1 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. We'll pause here for a break. Stay with us.
Please cover your mouth with your bent elbow like this.
Auntie, cover my mouth for what? Corona don't go from Nigeria. I beg, Auntie, go disturb my life.
No. Coronavirus pandemic is not over. Don't relent in observing safety protocols and good hygiene. Frequent hand washing with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Practice good respiratory etiquette, including covering your coughs and sneezes. Avoid close contact with a sick person. Cover your mouth and nose with a mask when around others. Clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces.
You're absolutely right. Coronavirus is still with us.
Please, and remember, coronavirus pandemic is not over. Protect yourself and others to stay safe.
This message is brought to you by NTA Channel 5, Abuja, the Unity Station.
Thank you for for staying with us on the news at 1 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Let's shift our attention to health now. Staff of NTA Channel 5 Abuja have joined other Nigerian frontline workers to take their COVID-19 jab. Rukaya Abbas Hassan reports that the vaccination exercise is to help fight the virus.
As directed by the federal government of Nigeria to get as many Nigerians vaccinated as possible, staff of the FCT Primary Healthcare Board were at NTA Channel 5 Abuja to administer the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine on the staff.
Pregnant mother supposed not to take the vaccine, and also a breastfeeding mother supposed not to take the vaccine. After taking the vaccine, when someone has a mild fever, then that's where the paracetamol comes in. The person is supposed to have taken the paracetamol, and then you relax and you'll be fine. It's very safe because it will help to boost your immune system, and by the time you come back for the second dose of the vaccine, and that's when you have the complete boost of your immune system.
Staff of the station showed optimism as they turned out in large numbers to receive their jab.
I feel privileged to be one of those that have taken it, and I wish it would go a long way in preventing what we are fighting against.
It's here. It's good we take it because the government asks us to do so, and even for the sake of our health, it's good we have we get vaccinated.
Despite the increasing acceptability and efficacy of the vaccine, some individuals are still reluctant to be vaccinated.
I feel it's okay for people to take the vaccine, but to my own idea, I'm not taking it. Because I heard from the news, it doesn't guarantee you not getting COVID. It doesn't guarantee you not dying. So why taking it? I can just continue this 6 feet distance and social distancing and wearing of nose masks.
Nevertheless, the government urges FCT residents to take their jab as it is safe and effective. In Abuja, Rukaya Abbas Hassan, NTA News.
Meanwhile, figures from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) as at 14th of April 2021 indicates 15 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 19,753, while active cases stand at 504, and the number of discharged cases in the territory now stand at 19,084. And sadly, 165 deaths have been recorded in the FCT. And still talking health, therapeutic treatment is one of the ways medical experts have recommended towards solving a lot of medical challenges. Hakimat Aliu in this special report tells us more.
Therapeutics is a branch of medicine that is concerned with treatment and care of patients for disease prevention and alleviation of pain and injury. An example is the art of acupuncture, amongst others, which holds that disease is caused by an imbalance of energy flow, and it attempts to unblock or redirect the flow of energy.
Of bringing back people, giving back people the energy they lose out of the kinds of food they eat, out of careless living. So these equipments help them. As they are using them, it gives them back their health, and the equipment help them to get back their health.
He added that there are also health benefits to some simple practices, such as water therapy.
The hydrogen water has a lot of benefits in the body. It helps to prevent cancer. It helps to, our body is over 75% of our body is water. So the type of water you have in your body has a lot to do in your life. So
exercise, dietary management, use of drugs, surgery, amongst others, are measures for management of different health conditions. Whatever the method, experts say what is important is to achieve results and restore energy and strength to the body system. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliu, NTA News.
Away from health to other news now, prices of food items appear to always rise during Ramadan fast. This is, however, against the teachings of piety, fairness, and humane disposition of Islam. Against this background, Asabetanimu Williams takes a look at these prices as they affect the common man.
Over the years, the Ramadan period usually witnessed increased purchase of consumables, mostly used during the period, and this development often comes with its negative effects of hike in prices, which Islamic clerics say is not only ungodly, but insensitive.
Quran says, that is Quran chapter 83, verses 1 to 3. It says, curse of God be upon those who used to reduce what they sell.
They want to get goods from the producer, they get it complete, full, in their full bucket. So when they are to sell it back, they reduce the scale, they rebagrize. It is completely inhuman, un-Islamic.
But what is the situation as we speak? A visit to some markets in the nation's capital to ascertain the prices of some of these items reveal a slight increase in the price.
Look at the bag of flour where you used to buy 11,000, 12,000, now it's almost 15,000 naira a bag.
Electricity tariff has gone up, the foreign exchange rates, the dollar to naira has gone up, and all these parameters affect the price of food. And
the clerics, however, advise both farmers and marketers to fear Allah, to desist from such acts and use the period to be generous, urging them to sell commodities at the affordable rates, avoiding selfish gains, which might deprive them of Allah's blessings. Asabetanimu Williams, NTA News.
On sports news, the 20th National Sports Festival came to an end yesterday with Delta, Edo and Bielsa winning first, second and third respectively, as Dan Evans sealed his first tour-level victory on clay in 4 years with a first-round win over Dusan Lagovic in tennis. This and more on Sports Brief with Rashidat Balogu.
At the just concluded 20th National Sport Festival, Team Delta amassed a total of 158 gold, 116 silver, 110 bronze to come first, while Team Edo, the host, came second with 129 gold, 104 silver and 108 bronze. Team Bielsa finished a distant third with 56 gold, 55 silver and 58 bronze. The victory in Benin City is Team Delta's 6th consecutive NSF triumph, and Delta will now host 2022 NSF as announced by Minister of Youth and Sport Development Sunday Dari, represented by Nebiolisa Anako, during the closing ceremony of the festival in Benin on Wednesday. Elsewhere, Real Madrid put in a masterful display of games management to hold Liverpool to a goalless draw at Anfield. The 13-time winners of Europe's prestigious club competition progressed 3-1 on aggregate. They have now qualified for the Champions League semi-finals for 14 times, more than any other team in the history of the competition. Meanwhile, in Germany, Manchester City defeated Borussia Dortmund 2-1 to go through 4-2 on aggregate. City are now the only unbeaten team in the Champions League this season after 10 games played, 9 wins and 1 draw. The semi-finals pairing will see Madrid face Chelsea and PSG battle Manchester City. In tennis, Dan Evans sealed his first tour-level victory on clay in 4 years with a first-round win over Dusan Lajovic at the Monte Carlo Masters. The British #1 defeated 2019 runner-up Lajovic 6-3, 6-7, 11-13, 6-2 to end a 4-match losing streak. Evans will play Miami Open champion Hubert Hurkacz in the second round. With Sports Brief, Rashidat Balogun, NTA News.
And just before we go, COVID-19 vaccine is free. Please avail yourself the opportunity to be vaccinated. It is the effective way of curtailing the spread of the virus. That's it on the 1 p.m. news. We'll be back here at 7 p.m. with more news. Good afternoon.